We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Let's go. 45. White. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22, ready.
Jet sweep, here's Reed. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Down. 50, green. 10 cycles. Hut.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Drill, 52. Black 40. Set, go.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
This is 2nd and 8.
Don't touch it! On anyone, don't touch it!
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Great.
Barkley, inside handoff. Running right through it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Eagle defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set, ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7-7, our score after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
52 blue.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
24-yard line.
Good, set. 180, 180.
Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete. The Eagles at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10.
Great, set. 180, 180.
Hurts going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Great, set. 180, 180. Count left, Yeti.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Set.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Set, cut.
Now a 1st carry here for their running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Let's go now. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Packers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Down. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Packers 14, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Twisting away. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 46.
Here's Hurts to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's another.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
16-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Great, set. No time.
Back to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second and 10.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back.
Barkley hit in the ball, pops free. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
No touch it. No touch.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Great, shit. And anyone hit? No touch.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Great, shit. No touch.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Great, shit. And anyone hit? No touch.
Back to throw again. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come on, set. Cut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now back to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
No touch it. No touch.
They go play action with Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play?
The two-point conversion is successful. That makes the score Eagles 21.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Ready, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ready, set.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass caught. That's Golden. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Green Bay.
Yellow, click, blue, check, back, check.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
At the Eagles' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Set, ready, set.
They'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Ready up.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Okay, right.
2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue, 32. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there and couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Edgerrin Cooper on the coverage.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's second down and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Fight, 97. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll come up now on second down.
Down. Set.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
6 yards.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And 14.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Great, set. On anyone, huh? No, turn, set. Hey, easy, 63, back. No, turn.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Great, set. 180. Motion. Hey, check. Out. No touch.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
16-yard line.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,